It's a grizzly.
Should we get out of here?
No. We're gonna watch and listen.
Hey, welcome everybody to another edition of Enchanting with Lala. Demons of Grief. Let's see who we got in here. We got Science Bob and Brian. Hello there, Brian. Yes, and Catherine. So yeah, so we gotta give Science Bob a wrench, don't we? So I gotta fire up my Catherine. Gotta fire my Nicole and Eric. This time you got notified. Denise. Yeah. So got a couple of things I gotta do here. Get the show going here. Welcome everybody as they're stacking up and going. So yeah. Hopefully everybody's having a good week and everything and a good Friday. Hot in Northern Kentucky. So hello, Nicole. Hello, everybody. Yolanda, welcome, welcome. Russ Kellett from UK. Look at that. Oh, Science Bob. Yay. And just to let everybody know, Science Bob is actually going to be my scientific advisor for my crime shows from now on. So when we need to have something explained scientifically, instead of me doing it, I'm going to have Science Bob do it. This way, you don't always have to hear it from Grizzly, because everybody's like, Grizzly, are you telling me the truth? Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. And everybody's always fact checking me, which I love my fact checkers because sometimes I do get it wrong. Now, but yes, but I think that's a good thing for Bob. Bob is very well known. I mean, he's got a PhD, MD. He's a damn rocket scientist, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty much an astronaut in my book. So why'd you laugh? I was fine until you laughed. I mean, he is. Mm-hmm. So, and then on top of that, those bruises those bruises I showed on the other show. Let me find my iPad here. The bruises on the show, I meant to tell Science Bob, it looked like a pneumatic gun.
I looked it up.
Stand in line?
Yeah, I looked it up online, and the only thing that came up was alien and I just put in bruise with a dot in the center, alien abductions, and they showed other people with the same thing. And it's supposedly some wand that these aliens use to sometimes hold you down or whatever. They do other stuff.
Right.
It's weird. It doesn't hurt. It's fading now, which is odd because usually when I bruise, it'll last a really long time, but it's already fading.
Now, I notice with aliens, right? Anytime that they leave marks, usually within 2 to 3 days, it's gone. Okay. That's from my experiences with abductees and stuff, with them leaving traces behind. Did you take an EMF detector to it and see if anything was left behind? Because that's what it looked like. Yeah. Did you rub it across it?
Nothing. And I did a black light. Somebody told me to do that. Nothing. So I didn't hit it on anything. I didn't even touch anything. That
does not look like things that was smacked on.
I will. Sorry. Go ahead. I will say that the night before it happened, the aliens or energy beings, whatever you want to say, were really active with me. I'd ask them to show up. They'd show up. They'd pop out in their craft and disappear. And then I got really excited. And then I woke up to this, and they haven't been back since. They won't show up for me. I don't know what's going on. It's weird.
Man, I wish we had a portable x-ray machine. I'm surprised Bob doesn't have one in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being honest.
I know. He's going to get one.
I love to see what it would look like. I mean, And ladies and gentlemen, if you've not seen it, it looked like one of those old pneumatic guns they used to stand in line in the service, and they would go down the line and go and shoot you.
Oh.
Yes, and inject you with shot. So, yes, from the service. So,
I did have a dream that I was in a line with a ton of other people and we were just slowly moving along. And then I woke up, but I didn't know what it meant. But maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. It was weird. We were all slowly going down somewhere. We were in a building. Anyway, they could have bought me dinner or something.
I don't want to go down. I'm fixing up Science Bob right now, bringing up the channel. I can't do it on the iPad. I got to do it on the computer. So, but no, that's what it looked like. But it's weird because when he sent the pictures, why is it not clicking? Sorry, I got all these arms and gadgets from all my iPads and everything all over my studio here to monitor the shows and stuff with. If you get any feedback, I do apologize. I'm clicking on the show now. And I think I remember how to do it. They said go to comments, right? And find Bob, Science Bob, Science Bob, Science Bob.
Hey Bob, can you give me some water, please? Thank you.
It's Bob and whoa, Bob, I almost removed you. Wow. That would have been bad. Okay, now we got Bob situated and acclimated. There we go. Okay,
Yay.
ladies and gentlemen, let me push everything back out of my face here. Down in there where I can monitor everything. All right, now. So everybody, Xander, welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody.
That's my baby.
So the topic tonight we're talking about are demons of grief.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean?
Thank you. Sorry. Okay, cool. Okay, sorry. So a lot of people that go through grief. Can you close it because it's echoing? Sorry. Bad energies and demons are sometimes are attracted to the people grieving. And they never get a chance to grieve because they start dealing with this scary stuff, and nobody really talks about it. But it happens to a lot of people. It happened to me. It happened to the Exorcist movie was really a boy in Maryland. He lost his aunt. The aunt that was playing the Ouija board with him, she passed away, and a few days after is when everything started, supposedly.
Right.
So. And I mean, if people go through divorces, it don't have to be death. It can be anything. And I guess the sadness kind of invites things in, and it can be very detrimental to people. So
it is the dynamic, right? Preys on the weak and vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
They do when we let our guards down, and that's when they attack. And that is proven. And that is written in the biblical reference as well. So, yes, that is true. And they prey on people like that.
Yeah.
Whether they're addicts of or alcohol. Mm-hmm. You remember, I got to be careful what I say.
Right.
Sadness. Yeah, we're going to call better language and verbiage, lower vibrations, in your opinion. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I remember I gave a reading to one lady. I didn't know her. She was sitting on a step outside, and she had some issues she was dealing with. And so I read for her, and she had told me when she does use things she shouldn't do and goes into the other realm briefly. She said she swears she brings things back with her that try to choke her when she's alive again. Yeah, oh, and I believed her. I felt I had to talk to her for some reason, and she had to like let this out. I don't know how she is now, but it just I think people can bring things back with them if they're doing things they shouldn't be doing to begin with. It's like these things are
Yes.
waiting.
Yes, I do. Yes, that is true. A lot of people can. A lot of people in the paranormal field actually. Eric says that makes me think I shouldn't make a Ouija board music box. Then, Eric, Eric, you know what? I'm not going to even respond to that, Eric, because I see you doing things that I'm going to leave that alone. But you know what? I'm going to leave it alone. But Brian Lala, do you think that medications they put us on for depression opens up even more us to the demons or the demonic?
I don't necessarily think so. I think it could be helpful to be on medications if you're too depressed that the demonic can come and bother you. I know after my father passed, I mean within a day or two, I started having dreams of this white-eyed demon and I didn't know why. And when I would wake up, boxes would be on top of each other so that I couldn't leave the room. I had to physically move the stuff.
Oh,
Or like,
wow.
yeah, the cat started trying to attack me, and the cat never did, and hissing at me, and water started boiling up from the floor, and then would just be dry. I mean, it was scary, and I had no one to talk to about it. It really, really was hard.
Wow. Liana says one time the grief can cause hoes in our aura field, what makes it easier to open up to attacks. I've heard that. Is that possible?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. High standing status. So,
Hey, Standing Stones, and hello, Sarah Yusuf. Welcome to the show, you both of you guys and ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, birds of the feather flock together, and I always say this, and whether it was in law enforcement or not, you attract what you are around and so forth, and you got to be careful in what you do and who you are with,
right.
because that can have consequences on you.
Oh,
And a
yeah.
lot of people don't understand that. And a lot of people found that out earlier this year because of some people you associate with, you can be labeled. And when people are looking at you to do things in la la land, la la, that's one of my sayings. But if they're like, wait a minute, you associate with so and so, we don't want you. You're
Right.
out. And they will cast you out because of that other person. So you got to be careful who you surround yourself with. So yeah, you got to be really careful. Holy smokes, la la, that's intense.
Oh,
It
yeah. That's
is.
not even half of it. It was crazy. I had to do a lot of, I remember my parents were in Florida, and the drive home, I was smudging the whole time in the car. It scared me so much. It was
Wow.
crazy. And I don't think I think whatever was there was in that house, but I think a part of it followed me back for a moment in time. It's not here anymore, but I remember I tried talking to people about it, and they just thought I was overstressed. They didn't believe me. And so when other people go through things that are hard, I try to and talk about this stuff. I try to be there for them because it's definitely not spoken about that demonic things can come to you in hard times.
That is correct. And Sarah, you're absolutely right. The depression isolate brings in a state that demonic prefers for control. That
Yeah.
is one of the states they do. And that is what I call you want to reference a gateway, that is a possible gateway. That is correct.
Right.
So absolutely. A lot of things that I realized growing up and going through the spiritual path. And hey, Rev, welcome to the show. Is that a lot of people, clergy wise, pastors, priests, whatever, they don't like to talk about stuff like this.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Only the ones that work in that field of exorcism talk about it.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We don't speak it. It doesn't happen. We don't want to talk about it. You know, we also have some psychics that will not work on certain cases. They only want to work on the white light cases and the puffy cotton candy cases. You know, so and they don't want to deal with any negative energy and stuff like that. They want to stay away from it.
Right.
And then
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's easy to attach to you. It really is. It is scary because we absorb everything, you know?
Right. Grizz. That's why might be why they call stuff gateway narcotics. Yes. I gotta be careful on certain things. We say things on certain channels. So if I change your thank you, I'll make sure and hit that banner. If I change your words a little bit, don't be offended. So there we go. Yeah, make sure if you're not a subscriber or if you are, just make sure and hit like. That does help our algorithm there. Science Bob says hi, Rev. Eric, I still think we have to define what's demonic and what's not. Well, so what do you call demonic, Eric? You know, now we can do this, right? Which everybody knows. We can do this right here. Yin and yang, good and evil, right? If you believe in one, you got to believe in the other.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is true. So, you know, we had a show once too that, you know, can animals and other creatures be possessed by demons and so forth? Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Change that background to something else a little more suitable.
I just
there
watched.
We go.
Yeah, I watched a movie, what called The Pope or something like that, and in part of the movie, the person that had a demon in them, they brought in a pig in the room, and they dared the demon to get in the pig, saying, "Oh, you can't do it. You're not strong enough." And so when it did, they helped the person. You know, I can't say what they did to the pig, but it helped the person.
They whacked it.
Yeah.
They sure did, because it needed another life source to continue. And that's what it needed. Now, Sarah says, did you notice any kickback when you try to make things better for yourself, Lala?
Oh God, yeah. Everything got, I mean, it was like a nightmare for a good 3 years. Everything bad that could happen to somebody happened. Every time I tried, something crappy happened, and it really wore me down a lot. It scared me because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I honestly think when my family passed during those 3 years, and it was a short amount of time, but I think they started to help me from where they were in the spirit world. I honestly do. Because I don't think I could have done it by myself. I wasn't equipped. I wasn't knowledgeable. I just knew that whatever this was had never been human before. And it was certainly picking on me and then my mom after that, you know.
Yeah, Sarah says not only we not absorb, but we also output energy to attract things. And that is absolutely true.
Right. Oh,
yeah. You're right. No, you don't, Yolanda. You're fine. Yep, that's right. Science Bob. Remind them, hit the button, please. Hit the like button, ring the bell, follow us, like us. Me too, E-Rev. E-Rev, I actually quit smoking weed. Still have a drink, though. Well, everybody's got their own demons, and some, so a sin's a sin. One sin is not greater than the other.
Mm-hmm.
So, we all got our own battles inside the battle and scar with. So, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. There's a balance to everything. Is there a secular term for demonic? What do you mean? What do you think?
What does that mean?
Secular term.
Now I want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Oh, you know what? What's that show? Eli Roth. It's a bunch of priests telling about their experiences with their exorcisms. It's on TV. And 3 of those priests are now my Facebook friends, and I keep trying to get them to tell me stories that they didn't say on TV. It is creepy. You gotta watch it. I mean, oh my God, the people, their joints going this way, and it's crazy.
That's the Pope's exorcist. Now there are ways to test. Now, when people come to me for spiritual warfare or spiritual help, there are things that I have to ask because, unfortunately, mental illness, and I cannot live with self-conscious if somebody takes their own life because, they didn't take their medicine and they have other issues that they're not telling the truth, right? So there's things and protocols in place. So yes, but Science Bob doesn't need to be a demon. Just have characteristics. Evil, behave like a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Evil and behave like a demon.
Well, you sell your holy water kits, correct?
Yes, $8.95, and they come in white bottles, and these are the large ones. And the reason why they come in white, it's for purity, but it's not consumable because of the pandemic. The pandemic. They had to use chlorine in the fountains of the church to make sure that wouldn't spread because they didn't know what it was back then. Remember?
Maybe it was holy chlorine they used to, so that'd be good.
So
that was a stupid joke.
I thought it was funny.
Oh, whatever happened to your friend that had the girl that had black stuff coming out of her mouth? Whatever.
I know. They didn't do the show, and now they all went on vacation. I guess they all freaked out and needed a break. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Liana King, also the subject of demons. Do you think there's some sort of hierarchy of them? Yeah, absolutely. There are. Yeah. They are. Yes, they're legions, and yes, they have classifications. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So yes, absolutely, they do.
Well, I had one thing in the period that this was happen to me that I don't talk about much, but I'll try to phrase it in a way that I can. So this thing really was trying to terrorize me. And I guess that's why I'd like to help people now when they go through things like that. Because when I was alone, I woke up to something doing things to me, right? And nobody was in the house. And I felt literally everything. And it scared me so much that I just was shocked. And I didn't tell anybody for years until Bob. But I mean, this thing, it was very powerful, whatever it was. It really was. And it scared the crap out of me.
Wow.
But people keep that in, they're ashamed to talk about it.
Yes, they do. And I mean, and a lot of people don't want to act like or feel like they're crazy either.
Right. Yeah.
So Legion of Exorcists. Yes, Sarah. Roger says I watched a couple of their episodes,
Yeah, I like that.
Super informative. Well, I think so. Anyways, it is. Demonic means away from God. Yes, that's part of the definition. Pope Exorcist, starring Russell Crowe. It's actually on Netflix right now. If you want to watch it,
That was
it's
good.
it's really good. There's another one I like. It's got what I can never say his name. Reeves in it.
Keanu.
Yeah, with the mirror where he
Yep.
traps the demon in the mirror.
Oh, I want to
I,
see that.
I can't think of the name of it. Brian, Yolanda, Eric, somebody standing stone. Sarah, what's the name of that movie where he traps the demons in the mirror? So, Sarah, how have you changed your spiritual life since those days?
Um, I think when I let go of some of the pain from losing everybody, and my parents started helping me, I became kinder to myself. And so when you're kinder to yourself, you don't allow certain things, right? And it's all about taking your energy back, taking your personal space back, whether that be from an energy or a human. It taught me to be stronger. I didn't realize I was that strong at all, honestly. So I guess maybe that would be the positive I got out of it, is not giving up, and eventually there's something better out there, and just taking your own power back. Even if it takes a while, keep trying.
So everybody's chiming in. Constantine, yes, it's a good movie. Rev, you're right. Thank you, everybody chiming in. Sea Galilee's another good one. Catherine. But you should clean your house. A lot of people don't know about Saint Benedict, and Saint Benedict, he was allegedly tried to be poisoned in his cup of wine. He felt it through prayer and also through a loaf of bread. That's why they have a medal stamped of him. And that's why he has his own medal. And that's why he's actually on the back of crucifixes and
Oh,
on the front of crucifixes. And he is an exorcist. And he thwarts and fights off demons and so forth. And a lot of people put their medals and medallions into foundations of homes and into the grounds, and that's part of the spiritual warfare kit. And we plant them in the property and put holy water on top of them. We have special prayers that we use to sanctuarize the property and the house and so forth. So there's, whatever religion you believe in, there is a higher power. So, but there are steps that you believe that you should do, whether it's smudge, sage, or whatnot. Brian says Ouija board's not allowed in my house.
mm-hmm.
I had a kid to try to bring one in and told him he would get his donkey kicked, and I wasn't kidding.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There was a year ago, I want to say, a sleepover party of 9 or 13. I can't remember the number. It was in between 9 or 13 teenage girls had a sleepover, and they got a Ouija board out, and all of them ended up in the hospital. And
Oh,
that made the national news.
really?
Yes. So
Oh,
whatever they conjured up, I have no idea, because
tell you.
they brought it to my attention on one of the national shows that I was on. They're like, "Did you read about this, Grizzly?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Look at this article."
Wow.
So objects and talisman only works as much as you believe in them. So religion objects, as in crucifixes, medallions, and so forth, holy water, are symbols of faith or
Yeah.
tools of faith. They just reignite your own personal belief as a tool. What they did is they did scientific tests, and they put people in CAT scans and MRIs, and they flashed pictures. And during those pictures, they would show like pictures of cars, wars, whatnot. And then they would show religious symbols,
Mm-hmm.
crosses, Jesus, Moses, the ark, and parts of the brain when it come to religious objects was enlightened, was very active. So it stimulated it. So
Well, I'm telling you, Bob and I told you before, we found a craft in the sky the shape of a cross on more than one occasion. So it's definitely way deeper than we know.
right.
We have pictures of that.
Yeah, that's wild. I used to think Milton Bradley, we gotten sued by them now. Yeah, I think they're the ones that made the Ouija board, wasn't it? You can still buy it at the local
I think.
family store.
Mm-hmm.
So Liana King, what's crazy is I actually sell Ouija boards in freaking toy stores. It's BS. I know.
Right. Yeah. Start young to get them. Yeah, they had to have known. I know they had to have known what they were doing.
So I mean, isn't that not crazy? Yeah, let's teach the 6 and 8-year-olds how to conjure up stuff.
Right.
So, and Science Bob says there is a real life story behind what he was talking about earlier, and there actually is.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know, and people actually make their Ouija boards. I've seen people make their Ouija boards. I've seen people allegedly burn them, and they would not burn. Now that's freaky,
Yeah.
right? I mean, no way. I got enough stuff, you know, going on up here above my head that people are sending me evidence, and I'm good. No, I'm good. You know, I don't need no more activity in my house. Ouija board is Parker Brothers. I'm
Parker.
sorry. Thank you. Yeah, Parker Brothers. No, just what I need to get up in the middle of the night and see a light and the dolls around it. You know, you would find me just like keeled over, my mouth wide open, and just like froze and just DOA, right?
You better run.
So, well, you heard about the girl we had on the show last night, didn't you?
What happened?
Out in the middle of the woods, and they were ghost investigating, and she heard a noise, and her and her friends were in the woods. She shines a light. She sees Bigfoot. And they're like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah." And she turns the light off and don't tells them. And I'm like, "What's the hell wrong with you?"
Oh no!
Yeah,
You better tell me.
yeah. Then they do the ested method,
Oh my
and
god!
then they hit the light on it up in the tree line. It's like light too bright, and the girl's telling, and oh man, it was freaky. I'm like, I am not ever going out in the woods with you. You know, she said, yeah, it was awful. It was awful. The Ouija board or anything that you can conjure up, or even prayers, are all about intentions you put behind it, whether it's good or bad. I don't know. I don't like playing with fire though.
Yeah, it's a mixture. Definitely.
It is. Do you have the cameras on the dolls now? Check your feet. What's funny? Okay, since you said that, I told Lala we lost, I think, 9 platforms on the last show because my Facebook somehow they thought I logged in so many different devices. They thought I was being hacked, so they shut it all down during my last show. So this whole time I was on the phone with my daughter, and something told me to look down before I went live and make sure nothing was there, so I'm safe.
Oh god!
So that was wild. Yeah, that's why I keep looking up, because ever since I got those pictures, did you ever see those pictures?
No, I want to see. What is it?
Girl, you are going to flip out. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by for this. So one of our viewers after the show was like, did you notice this? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I was like, what? And I'm like, I'm like, look at this. And I took a picture right away. I was like, this is what's above my head. She's like, I'm just like, this is during the live. Look, I'm so damn excited and scared I can't even hit the right damn button. Hold up. I'm gonna bring up my Facebook. And I sent her a picture right away. Let's see here. All right, now. Oh, this is, man, this is giving me the chills. All right, so Exhibit A. I can't believe we're even doing this. It's not funny. Exhibit A. This doll is backwards. Look at the feet. Look at this doll right here, and look at this doll right here. Wait, it gets worse. Look at the next picture. Where's the doll?
No.
Yeah. Where is the doll?
Wow.
That's the picture I sent. Now look.
Oh, I don't like that.
See? It wasn't there. Now watch. Is that not crazy?
That's so creepy. Is that one above you, that little tiny creepy one?
Yes.
What's their name?
What's y'all's names? Don't tell me. The hell with you all. I don't want to know.
Gertrude.
So with all the I can't even talk. With all the mumbling and you all hearing words and stuff, and we don't know where it was come from, and they're sending me pictures of that, and I'm like, that's not what my dolls look like right now, because I was sitting there while she was sending me pictures, and I just went, pow, and I'm like, that's what they look like. And I was like freaking out, and she was sending them in successions.
This thing just went off when you did that, by the way. It went to the red.
Really?
Yep, oh, wow. I have it down here.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, Nicole, tell me. I think one of them wants some cheese, too.
Did you say cheese?
Yeah, remember somebody said cheese last night or the night before?
Oh, okay.
Because remember, we always like, oh, yeah, we want some cheese. Yeah, it's creepy as a freak.
Yeah, no.
So I don't know where Hansel. Okay, I see Gretel. I don't know where Hansel is. Oh man, don't start that with me, ladies and gentlemen. They're always together.
That's not good. You better get your cat ball and holy water and a bat.
I don't see them. Okay, I'm gonna have to look later after the show. Now I'm really worried. Gertrude, Grizzly, get some G.I. Joe action figures and dip them in holy water and keep the dolls in line.
Yeah.
What are you doing to prevent the possibility of reinfestation through the future? Oh, that's a good question, Sarah.
That is a good question. For a while, I was scared to have grief, and which made it worse. So allow yourself to have it, but always surround yourself with, just say, I surround myself with the healing white universal light. It sounds weird, but just do it. It'll be very helpful. And always say anything negative that's hidden or not hidden is not allowed near me. And just keep saying it here and there. Because that's the creepy part. They hide. You don't know. You already don't feel good because you're grieving. You don't realize what's going on. So just always surround yourself with loving, healing energy, and do sage every once in a while. That's important.
That's a very good question, sir. That is good. Always think about a white bubble, a white light too, from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. I always would recommend that as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Do I have squirrel movement? You better believe I got squirrel movement. Man, I got squirrel movement right now. I'm freaking out. I don't know where Gretel or Hansel is, and Hansel and Gretel are always side by side. You can never segregate them because they, I don't know.
When's the last time you saw them together?
The other night when we did the show.
Oh, God.
So, because I could have swore, I have to go back and look at the footage. It was on the other side of Red Riding Hood. I could be wrong. Maybe it fell, but I'll have to check.
You should get a motion activated camera like we have. It's only like what, $40 from Amazon?
Oh, I got cameras.
Okay. Do you ever pick up movement?
I haven't. No, I haven't got them set up. I'm afraid. I'm a chicken crap.
I am too, but I want to see if something's coming. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to run.
Bless the nunchucks. Hey, Eric, I hurt myself when I was a teenager with nunchucks and damn near knocked myself out. So, yeah. Well, I can't read that. Something popped up. Do they look blurry now to everyone else? They look blurry? What looks blurry? The dolls or me? Hi, Samantha. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you.
Oh, what's the code we use?
Yes, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Enchanting with La. So the question, do you find faith in your belief system stronger after your experiences? Me personally, I have found my faith stronger. But we'll ask Lala when she gives me the thumbs up and she's ready. All right. Now, do you find your faith in your system stronger since after your experiences?
Absolutely. I was very doubtful before, but there's no doubt in my mind. And yes, absolutely.
Brian wants to know, is there a book that explains how to do the white light protection?
Oh yeah, all you gotta do is, I don't know one good one. Just Google that, and there's tons of books on Amazon. New Age stores have a whole section on it. That'd probably be a good place to go. There's lots of information about it. By the way, if people have questions, I brought my things that hit me in the face. So that's always
all right. Squirrel movement like Doug the dog farm from up. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I am a scaredy cat, Sarah. I am not gonna lie. I am. So I do. I get nervous a lot. Hey, Kelly Joe, welcome to the show there. Nice to have you. Hello, Kelly. But I do. I get nervous a lot, especially with some of the paranormal. Yep. Now, they want me to what? Oh, they want me to show the. Okay, I'll show you a quick picture real quick. What I hit that too. Hold on. Trying to do multiple things at once here. Let me get off here. Get off that. Let me hit this, and then I'll show you what the warfare kit looks like. Somebody wants to see it. Oh, I just clicked on YouTube. I don't know. Let's see here. All right, here. Let me go to my Facebook here. Sorry, I was prepared to show it. Usually I show it on another show. And okay, then let me share my screen here. And action. And here we go. So it comes with everything in here is blessed. And you got the crucifixes that we bury with the Saint Benedict's medals that are here. And for exorcists, keeps the demons. And you see the same ones on the crucifixes. There's a ritual we'll do with each one of these with the candle and with the holy water. When we're done with the crucifixes, you hang them above your front and your other door. And there's stuff that we do with each of these and prayers in each of the house and the property and so forth. So, yeah, there you go.
That's beautiful. That's really nice.
Yeah, the bad thing about it, though, the priority shipping is $13.50. So, let's see here. Can we discuss a bit more stigma about talking about it, being open, talking about things that tend most about religions and Catholicism than practice regular confession? What do you mean, Sarah? Talk about it. I'm open to anything.
I'm going to ask about your dolls.
Oh.
Did they move on their own?
Whoa.
Yeah. Wow, I went all the way around.
Yes, I saw that.
Huh. Should he spray his room with holy water? Oh, crap. I'm sorry.
I do that quite a bit.
Okay, good. Okay.
Sarah says some believe that negative experiences are supposed to wake people up and re-examine their relationship with God or whatever you choose to believe in. Now, I'm going to say it this way for Lala taps in. I think sometimes somebody or something will knock you off your pedestal to wake you up. Yes, I do believe in that. I think sometimes something or somebody or something along those lines will make you humble. Yes, I do believe in that. Sometimes I think that things happen to make you reevaluate yourself in your lifestyle. I do believe in that. Lala, what's your take?
I agree with everything you said. Absolutely. It all of this it's made me completely humble. I mean, I say hello to the grass and trees now. I mean, I I appreciate living things that I would have never appreciated before just because um it's got me closer to I believe in a universal God. I don't really know that God's name, but I respect everybody's opinion. Um there's so much that we aren't shown that is real. And sometimes we need a little kick in the butt to get on our path. I think the ones that endure this type of situation aren't on their path and it helps them get on it. I would have never started doing readings as much as I do now if it weren't for everything I went through so I could help people.
And I'll be honest with you, and I usually don't talk about it too much, but if they didn't find my cancer when I got hurt on the force, I wouldn't be here today. I would have been dead. Mm-hmm. They told me if they didn't find it, I would have had 6 months or less to live. So that changed my outlook on life totally differently. Right. And it changed how I looked at people differently and looked at myself within. And that's when I went on my spiritual journey. And that's also when I went on the journey too, to look at psychics and try to debunk them and learn about them and how they got their abilities and explore, their insights. And that opened up to, classes for me, the biblical reference and other things that helped me out for myself, right? And to help other people out in their journey, whatever faith or denomination that you choose that you want to believe in. I will never tell you what to do, but I will tell you what not to do, if that makes sense, right?
Yes.
I will not sit here and preach to you. I'm not that type. But if you're going to ask me a question, be prepared. I will tell you what I think. Just prepare yourself. Sarah, stigmata, I'm not talking about experiences and personal beliefs. A lot of people of the cloth, whoa, my cloth is gone. What is going on? I must have moved a lot of stuff. Okay. So my cloth, there is a lot of stigmata. We can talk clergymen, priests, pastors, anybody that preaches, whatever you want to talk to about. The stigmata is that if they don't talk about it, it doesn't exist. It won't affect them, right? To me, fire and brimstone, you bring it out, talk about it, because it does exist. That's why it's behind my head, yin and yang. Right. Unfortunately, you can't have one without the other.
Right.
If you believe in one, you have to believe in the other. They don't exist without each other.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, that's in science. Bob would tell you that's physics. That's why I like Newton's cradle. About the transfer energy and so forth. But what's your take on it, Lala?
I agree with everything you said. A lot of people have said that there would be no light if there weren't darkness. I've heard that quite a bit. And that the lightness and the darkness are this. I've heard that they're the same thing, just different experiences in this. Not matrix. I don't think that's a good word, but every being has to kind of go down a path. I don't know if I believe this 100%, but they're saying like bad energies have to learn certain things and good energies have to learn certain things. They don't have to bother me, but supposedly this is just like a big play, and we're all just one energy going out on little adventures. I think that might be partly true. I think there's a whole lot more that we're not aware of.
Yeah, I agree to that. I do. Welcome, Lauren, to the show. How you doing? Now, I'll tell you this, Sarah. I do believe in teaching people not to make the same mistakes that I have made throughout my lifetime. And I've done this throughout life because when it's your time to go up to bat, whether it's a job or a promotion or something like that or whatnot, you've seen the mistakes people's already made. So why should you reduplicate that mistake, right? When it's your turn for that light to shine on you. So I use that analogy a lot too. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, Samantha, wake up. Jean Hudson, Brian Motor's granddaughter is at Warren University. Wow, awesome. And they got one close to her, and she hasn't got called yet. She's one unhappy grandma. Unhappy? Did I misread that? Warren University got one close to her. Oh, an attachment, I guess, is what she's got. I must have missed that earlier conversation. So, Sarah, nothing can happen without God's permission, be positive or negative.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
maybe, probably some stuff, probably.
That's a hard question to answer. So things do happen, and God does allow things to happen. Like people blame God. Why does my child die at 2 years old? Why did my wife or loved one die in a car crash? Why do people blame God or the higher being for death and destruction, right? So there is always a plan, and we do not understand that plan at the moment, right? It's not meant for us to understand. If we want to go to the biblical reference, it is written in the book of life, when we shall expire and when we pass. So that is a good statement, though. I would have to admire that. Yes. As you know, Grizzly, a paranormal gift. Yes, you do, Kelly. Brian, I'm praying she's safe. Jean, hopefully calls you soon. Grizzly needs new glasses. I just got a pair. So, yeah, correct me. Yeah. Hey, if I get something wrong, throw it out there. I'm not bashful.
Someone said they wanted a reading. If they want to ask a question, I could maybe help that way.
Stigmata is a completely different phenomenon. Yes, I completely. You talking the stigmata with the hose in the hands and the feet? I thought you meant like stigmata, like talking about it. That's what I thought you was referring to. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
sorry.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Sarah.
It's not our fault the dolls made us think that way, okay?
I haven't heard that phenomenon in golly a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. Kelly Elliott wants a reading, please. I love reading. Ooh. Let's crank some music up there for her.
All right. Let's see. My first question is, will she find a love interest within this year? Oh, snap. Okay. Will it be long term? Okay.
Wow.
Will it be within a work situation? No. Online situation? Are you talking to somebody online that you're interested, or is someone online interested in you? That's what I want to know first, real quick.
Let me go down to the new comments. I just wanted to ask my cousin Paul was okay. Well, that's not what your question was, you dingling.
Just want to ask my Paul. Yes.
You said love.
Well, if you have a significant other, you might have a second one coming.
All right. Brian wants to know. Make sure to answer that for us, Kelly. Brian wants to know, what's Lala's opinion on my being a sensitive, Barb, and not a boss? Seems to think I'm as well as a couple of psychic friends I have.
I feel sometimes you're unsure of your ability. Maybe push it away. Maybe you used to push away a little bit. I feel you can read people's energies very well, which would be helpful in everyday life to keep you safe. And you feel feelings. I think if you take time to maybe train, if you can't train yourself, read up a little bit more, practice sitting with yourself and just doing certain things to help your energy. You have a couple blockages energetically, and that's not bad. Everybody does. Once you maybe if you do Reiki or something like that, that would bring out more of your psychic gifts to the point where you could make some people a little nervous. It would be interesting.
Okay, Gene, I didn't know a tornado hit down by Warren. Thank you for the clarification. I appreciate that.
Oh no.
Hope everything's okay there. And Sarah says stigma, not stigmata. Stigma. Yeah, stigma is a mark of a disgrace. Yes. About talking about certain things. Yes. I understand your question now. I do apologize. Hi, Tammy. Welcome to the show.
And energies like Brian also. They're very drawn to him. He's got quite a few around.
Kelly also wants to know, is her cousin Paul okay?
Yeah, I did want. It said yes, he's okay.
Okay. So Spencer came for knowing she met up with the one for God and had no idea what hit him. Wow. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to catch up with some comments here, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Lala, how can I improve connecting to my guide? Samantha Ramos.
A lot of people like to meditate and talk to them, ask them questions, tell them to come through in dreams. So a lot of times we block it because of our ego or fear. But if we ask them to come in our dreams to answer our questions about who they are, they'll show up and we'll remember. Ask to remember. They're called visitation dreams. And that helps me the most, honestly.
Brian says, thank you so much. You read me like a book. Thank you, Lala.
No, you're welcome.
Gene just saw your comment before mine. More hugs. We miss them. And Kelly says, oh, good. Kelly, asking things improve soon. Opportunities for better. Absolutely. Thanks, E-Rev. Yeah. And a lot of things people don't realize is that dreams, things come to people in dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have to get your dreams analyzed, which, I wasn't a real understander about dreams until I was involved with the psychics and people with abilities. Because, I thought, well, you ate something before you went to bed, you had a dream or a nightmare, or you watched a movie and, you can take that pie, you can cut it up so many slices and give percentages out to reason why you dream, right? Okay, I'm down with that. But you're still going to have certain pieces of that pie left in that tin that's unexplained. So,
absolutely.
Yes. Sarah, I love Sarah. She's got some really good stuff. Some people believe that dreams are part of therapy of the unconscious. Yes,
Yep.
that is the best way to put it. Yes, it is. I know a lot of loved ones will come to you in your dreams, Sarah.
Absolutely.
Kelly Joe Psychic is saying yes too. She's validating what you're saying as well. So yeah, absolutely. So interesting.
So what we're taught here is that none of this is real, and we should just, go to school and work and this and that, and never really be in tune with what's around us and within us. And when we sleep, our true self is, well, our ego self is quiet and our true self is listening. And that's when spirits and aliens and other beings and our loved ones can come to us, because it's quieter. And that's why they say meditation helps too. But I have ADD, so that don't work.
I have a rough time to do that. Kelly Joe always says, always keep a pen and paper or a pencil, number 2 pencil, and a paper next to the bed. So when you dream, as soon as you wake up, you can write it down, because a lot of times we don't remember. And that
Yep.
way you can go back and remember what you wrote, because sometimes it may have a meaning.
I agree. Yeah.
Samantha, my cousin passed 2 days ago. Oh, Samantha, I'm so sorry to hear that. He visited me in a dream 20 minutes after passing at 2 a.m. Yes, absolutely.
That's love.
Yes.
That's their way of saying they love you. I mean, think about it. I don't know what they have to do to be able to do that, but that's pure love when they go see you after they pass, in my opinion.
Science Bob, natural dreams, you can only see faces you know. I heard that.
Wow. Huh.
I've heard that. I never really put 2 cents to that, because some of the people I interviewed before on dreaming have blurry faces, no faces, but their loved ones or friends, they do have faces. So yes, Nicole.
Trust.
Yes, Mom and I got a lot of visitation dreams from our loved ones when passed. It's very comforting, but sometimes confusing circumstances within the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because they'll come to you and they'll visit you in a dream, but your emotional human self is still interpreting that dream, right? And so if you're sad about it, or whatever the feeling is, you can kind of twist what's going on. But the whole point is that when they visit, it's really them. It is.
Open in conversation when asleep. Yeah. We're also sorry to hear that, Samantha. That's very hard. Tammy Johnson hugs Jeans. Hope she visits you in your dreams, and some of my loved ones do. Yes, they do. So yeah, I'll still be there. We have others to play. Brian, that's amazing fact, Bob. Yeah, that actually is. That resonates with me once I read his statement. Appalachian Tales of Terror, 28 people in chat, 18 likes. Come on, folks. He was no longer in pain and not in a wheelchair anymore. And and that's it. So we tell people to always think of the positive things, right? They're not in pain anymore. They're not suffering, but it's still hard.
Mm-hmm.
We still go through the grieving process. So it's still hard. So I can read words very clear in my dreams. I never had to read anything in my dreams. Now I dream in color and in black and white. I don't know about you. Do you dream in color and black and white?
Never in black and white, always in color. I thought everybody did, honestly.
So,
but I smell things, taste things, everything. It's like I'm really living it. Well, probably am, but you know what I mean.
Tammy, I'm a psychic, so she has a lot to say, huh? Help Chris out. He works hard. Thank you. Thank you. High appellation. I'm thinking I can hear her footsteps in my room. That's probably your cousin.
Yes. Yes. Just say
Sarah.
hello. Yeah.
Even Alexandra, a neuroscientist, wrote a book called Proof of Heaven. In it, he claimed he met a half sister he never met. Wow.
That's amazing.
Now, I tell you one thing that I know that's going on in the world today with all this ancestry DNA and stuff and genealogy DNA, that they are finding brothers and sisters and family members they never knew they had.
That's cool. I like that.
Yes. So they're also using that DNA on missing persons, on bodies that they're finding, and tracking them down to people that have been sent their DNA in. So it's interesting.
And they found someone who was a bad guy that way, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
That was interesting. I couldn't believe it.
Yes, they did. Yeah. So absolutely.
Did you ever get the DNA test done before? My mom got it done.
No, I never have. No, No, my dad's got the old Bible, and I'm trying to get him to find it. It shows the two brothers from Germany. I can't remember their names now. They came back from the 1800s, and they both had 12 or 13 kids. One went to New York, one went to Pennsylvania, Buffalo, and that's how they spread it out and how we got our archery. So,
oh wow.
Eric's like, I guess I'm just weird.
Join.
And you know what? 10-1 says he just laughed when I did that. I can see him laughing. So yes. I don't know why. I just see pictures sometimes of him laughing. I just don't get it. So Sarah, my sister got it, or Jean, my sister got a DNA test, and cousin, we never knew. See? About contacted us, most amazing woman. See what I'm saying?
That's cool.
Yeah. Sarah, he was in a coma during the near-death experience. Wow. I'm actually going to be writing a book once my psychic book is done on near-death experiences. So that's going to be interesting.
I should bring on one of my friends one Tuesday. Oh my God, what is his name? That's horrible. He wrote books about near-death experiences. I'll have him talk to you and see what you think.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Don't let me see this part.
I am so bad with names, you know. I mean, I'll be out in public like, hey, I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
And my daughter's like, man, I didn't know you know him. I'm like, I don't remember who it was. You know? Yeah, you gave me a ticket like, 2 years ago. You're the nicest cop. And I'm like, damn, I don't remember that. So Brian, ancestors can be a good thing, but not if dad had 2 lives is now some back child support to pay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, that's not, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
But it's amazing how, I've noticed your face paint is awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
Everybody's laughing. Sarah, I get so excited every time I see Sarah's name come up. If a woman has 13 kids, man, now I feel like I'm in school doing a comprehension problem. If a woman has 13 kids, she should automatically get sainthood.
There you go.
Yeah, I would christen her very well with some holy water and a couple of crucifixes. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So I had epidurals, and I don't know how anybody would ever have one of those done. And the first time I had one done, they're like, "Oh, she's going to sting like a bee." The hell it does. Was that a what was those killer Horner bees or?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Murder
I had it
hornet.
done with my son. I had one, and
The
I,
hell with that.
I wouldn't let go. I kept hugging the nurse in front of me. That was, she started hugging me. I was like, she's like, it's all right. And the guy dude, I
Yeah, he's
couldn't
like, don't move. I'm like, what do you mean don't move? It's hurting.
move. Right.
And it's like, this is just a numbing shot. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, no.
So yes.
Mm-mm.
All right, here we're gonna boot this one here, and we got the little bitty troll in there. There we go. Eat more fish, Sarah says. Brain food. Yes.
Yeah.
They say common people can go back and forth between worlds. I heard that. I heard they can also listen to you too.
Yes. Oh, can I say a little story about that?
Absolutely. It's your show.
Okay. Not to be weird or anything, but at the end of my mom's life in the ICU, she was in a coma for about a week. And look, even when she wasn't in a coma, she had a hearing problem to begin with. You had to like yell at her to hear. And at the very end, I had to make some decisions, and I was talking to the nurse next to me, and I was holding my mom's hand. And I asked a question about if I should do something or not. And my mom squeezed my hand. And she hadn't moved in weeks. And I knew she was saying, yes, you can do it. And so her soul could hear me. It was amazing.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
But sometimes I can read spirits. If someone's in a coma at the end of their life, I can talk to them as if they had already passed, which I didn't understand at first. But they are in between.
Is it Candace Nicole? Hey y'all, is my son 7 okay? Hasn't come to me in my dreams yet.
Have you passed? I'm sorry. We can. Yes, he's okay, but let's just. Yes, he's okay. It takes time. Sometimes grief blocks it, which is not bad. It's normal. So they're saying, yeah. Just give it some time. He'll come. Keep asking him. He will show up. See? Yeah. I'm really sorry about that.
Sorry to hear that, Candace.
If you need to talk, you can contact me, and I'll help you for free with that.
Roger Blair. I found out a while back that one of my great grandpas was an outlaw. Start moving around and changed his name from Jones to Rose to hide from the law. Roger.
Wow.
What kind of DNA are we going to find from you? Nicole. I had one during childbirth. It felt better than contractions did. What? An epidural? Oof. I don't know. I don't know what contractions feel like. An epidural was bad enough. I'll pass. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'll pass on that. Mm-hmm. My mother had all natural childbirth. Oh man, wow. Lord have mercy. No. And for my 4-2, you had 4-2? No, I'm good. I had all my natural with my midwife. Oh, wow.
You guys are strong.
Trolling where? Facebook? Yeah, I knocked them out. Brian, I took them. Man, unbelievable. My second son, I had on that. What are y'all doing? What y'all like eating herbal tea and chewing on the straw or something? Mm-hmm. My mom said she had 4 too many. Yeah, standing stones. You got me laughing. Kelly Joe, hearing is last to go. They hear every word. So there we go. Yeah. There we go. That's true. Tammy Johnson, Brian, I was in shock, still in shock. I found a sister. Oh, wow. My father, sister, brother, we kept in touch almost every day. Unfortunately, my father died in 2010 at 66 from throat cancer. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry.
I know how throat cancer is. That's what my grandmother died from, and I had to help take care of her, and that was terrible.
No, I'm sorry.
Hearings and laughs, they go, every word. Wow. Sarah, the validation at the moment is a gift. Yes. Brian, I'm super happy about the whole thing. About what whole? Oh, Tammy. Oh, about what? Going natural? Well, I'm glad you're happy. I'd probably pass out from the pain. Brian, I'm sorry, Candace. No parent should have to bury their child. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I thought my parents were going to have to do me, but I was blessed. Yolanda, Kelly, do you all believe that my husband was in a coma for 2 days and he spent it with his dad and grandpa and his demons? It was wild because right before my grandmother passed, she said that her dad and her mom and her husband would come to get her at the hospital.
Oh yeah, and she was being honest, but they do come for you.
She said she saw him and it was time. So
that's good, because to them it's a short amount of time. To us, it's a long time.
Candace's baby was only 2 months, 5 days old. Wow, that's very rough. I'm sorry to hear that, Candace. Yeah, that's really rough. You know, the thing though is, ladies and gentlemen, when we have shows like this is where you need to let things out.
Right.
Get it off your chest. Nobody's going to judge you. It stays here.
Right.
Nobody's going to go back behind your back. You know, Lala's done told you if you need to reach out to her, reach out to her.
Right.
You know, I'm a firm believer in helping people. I really am.
It's a safe place for everybody here.
I really am.
There's no weird topic either, so that's always a good thing.
No. And how do people get a hold of you too, by the way, Lala?
Facebook, Lala Bright. Twitter is Lala Bright 59, or my website is lalabrightllc.com. I'm not on Twitter that much because people are special on there. They're a little mean sometimes, so I prefer Facebook.
Tammy Johnson, Grizz, LOL. Brian was asking me how I was doing with it jumped. DNA family. I'm happy about it. Just found out I never got to meet my dad who died in 2010. I remember that conversation. Yeah. Yeah, that's it is. Sarah, generational energy is a special thing. That what was really interesting, Sarah, is when I went through all the psychics and see how they got their abilities, whether it was born with them, passed down from a family member, skipped generation, near death experiences, traumatic events in life. It was very interesting. And it was interesting how they all lived the same lives growing up so differently. And it was sad, very sad. I'll leave it at that. These mean people are just suffering. Remember that. ERAV. One thing I learned, and Lala and Kelly Joe will tell you this: how they are here now is how they are there in the afterlife. Isn't that strange?
I never knew that until I was older. I just thought they turned into some angelic being, but no, they don't.
Yeah, I did not know that either. I was taught that. So if you're nice here, you're gonna be nice in the afterlife. If you're kind of grumpy here, you're gonna be grumpy on the other side. It was very interesting. Sarah, I hope people remember that there is hope when you feel depressed, isolated, or suicidal. Help is always available if you reach out. Absolutely, Sarah. That's why I run a couple of other groups that we share hotlines for, especially for people and first responders and military. It's very sad that people that take their lives because of small issues that they cannot overcome because we don't take time to help them. Brian, my dad's last word before he ended his life, asked how he was. He said, I'm reading the Bible and find it very comforting. I love you always, remembering that 9:20 a.m. the next day, he's gone.
No. Wow.
Samantha Lala asked the rods, will aliens reveal themselves to the world this year? Uh-oh.
That's a yeah. Why is it pointing at me? Okay.
Wow.
Are will we all be safe? Yeah. Okay, good.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. What is this? Yes
What
and
happened?
no. It went to yes and then yes and no.
It did? I wasn't paying attention. I was watching the comments as they were rolling in.
Oh god. Well, will there be different types of aliens that show up this yeah. And some most are good. Okay, most are good, some won't be the greatest. But we'll be safe. Most of us.
You scared me there for a minute. Yolanda wants to know, have you ever tried automatic writing?
No, I haven't. I should try that. It's very interesting.
Samantha's like, wow. Yeah, she almost got slapped, but in that one where it didn't move and one went, I was like, wait a minute. I'm already being attacked by the dolls.
Oh God.
So all right, so ladies and gentlemen, during the commercial break, I have to confess. I know where Gretel went to, or Hansel. I moved him with 4 other topsy-turvy dolls to another station 6 feet away. And why I did it, I don't know. I was dusting, I think, and I didn't put them back, so we're safe. But the other one did move since the last, and I'll show you that I did not touch. And I noticed this, and I want to take a picture. Now, you notice the last picture. Now, this is going to creep you all out. So, let me send it to my Facebook here. This is one of the Japanese dolls. I noticed this during the commercial break, and I meant to say something, and y'all got me sidetracked. Let me bring up I should just be able to click on this picture here. Oh, wait a minute. Where'd it go? Now, I have not touched these dolls in front of the studio at all. The ones that I have touched are to the far left, all the way on the far end, because I was dusting over there. And you can tell because you can see the marks, I think. Yeah. Because there's something right there by you can't see what I'm looking at. Duh. Hold on. I'm sitting here pointing at stuff and feeling stuff above my head, showing you stuff, and you're all like, what are y'all looking at? What?
Oh God.
Now look at that. That's what I was seeing what that was. That's what I was feeling.
What is that?
I don't know.
Seeds?
I don't know what that is. It looks like ash.
Oh, I almost said something I shouldn't have said. Oh my God. No.
Do you remember that doll that was backwards, that was tucked in?
Yeah.
Now, I have not moved those dolls since the show.
Yeah.
So now, ask the rods. Did that doll? Ask the rods. Did that doll move? Oh hell no! You're all getting a bath tonight. Every one of you all with holy water. That's it. We're going through it.
Go back to normal. Do any of those dolls have ash in them? All right, go back to normal, please.
Don't ask.
Yeah, no. Something feels weird. It just feels off. I don't know what it is.
Was you going to ask, are they human ash?
Yeah.
That's what I figure you was going to ask.
Are they?
I don't know. Did you just ask it?
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
I just touched it.
You better get that holy water and put it on your face. I could lie. Hold on. Is it human? No, it's not.
That's even worse. If it's not human ashes.
Ew. Bigfoot.
I don't know. I'm going to have to get the scales out when I go get the other dolls and weigh them. That one doll is, I didn't want to talk about it. But anyways, so they get you on, how can they get a hold of you again?
Facebook's Lala Bright. Twitter's Lala Bright 59, and my website is lalabrightllc.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap from coast to coast and around the world. We'll catch you on the next show if we survive. Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Oh, God.
Godspeed. Bye-bye.